Hello everyone, welcome to GW Pro Trading. It's Gwyn Michael here and welcome to another market overview session. If you're new to this channel, I recommend that you subscribe and also smash on the notification bell on this channel so you'll be getting information whenever I post content such as this one. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a market overview for, I think this is going to be my penultimate market session or market overview for 2021 because I'm done with the trading year already. Right, I was done last week, and in that last week we did capture a whole lot of positions and we all made massive profit. Go over to my let's check a little bit of positions which we also took over the last trading week. Okay, so we did take some positions off some last trading week, and this is one of them. I was pointing out the USDCHF as well, also pointing out the DXY as well, which I spoke about many times. All right, so I already sent out message that I'm done with the trading year. Okay, so I'm done with the trading year. I just want to give you guys full breakdown. Here is my recommendation for over the festive period. Right, I recommend this book. Right, it's a very great book. One Good Trade. And it's a very good author, Mike. Right, so I recommend this for you guys that want to learn more and also practice more on your trading. And also looking at the trading week, what we did over the next trading or the previous trading week, we did take some positions on EURUSD, which this was sent out originally, and we did capture some moves. Okay, let's see what we did. Okay, so this was one of the things we wanted to do, USDCHF, and we did capture that move as well. All right, so we're looking at this support here, right around 0.919. All right, so that was also cool, and this was how everything turned out. Okay, so we did made that push. Okay, from the dollar index we did make that push. Okay, this was the outcome. Okay, so we had USDCHF made that push as well, and we did have some cool positions over the week. Okay, this was analysis of the USDCHF, which was broken down. Also one that was sent out before then. Okay, so we did take some positions of GBPUSD, and that was smashed TP1, TP2, and we also had some cool positions of, okay, we have some positions off here. This was initially hit at stop loss, but over again I wanted to re-enter, which I spoke about, that I want to re-enter this trade. Okay, so I want to re-enter this trade, and I did re-enter that trade, and it was all the profitable trade. Also over the last few weeks we wanted to get into EURUSD, and this was the trade plan we had and that was also a wonderful one. Okay, so we did give out that analysis and also that result. Okay, so this was outcome, okay, of that trade. Okay, so all this we did last week was also awesome. Okay, so we're looking at the next trading week, and we want to take some positions of the trading week as well, and we'll just go over to start with King Dollar. Okay, as you guys understand, I start my analysis with the King Dollar, and this is King Dollar, what it looks like at the moment. Okay, so we did have some positions, and this was one of analysis here, which we did point. I did point out that I wanted to see dollar bounce of these territories here. It's really a cool point to have an idea what the future would look like, and also what your overall target would look like, because having a target at in your mind, okay, in your subconsciousness, will also give you an idea what to be doing over a period. Okay, so if you look at my pre-market analysis over the last 6 weeks, you should understand that I want to see DXY up to here. Okay, so this is the point where I want to see DXY up to, and once price gets up to here, this zone here, I'm going to be looking at then DXY to give me a valid entry for some short position. I want to see DXY fall from this point here. All right, not really over to the ground, but I want to see some structure, but I want to see some selling pressure around here. All right, so if the DXY can actually overcome this selling pressures inside of this environment and then stay up, okay, then we might be looking at a continuation. But I want to see DXY once I continue buying anything with dollar, right, up here, I think I'll be done with dollar around 97,800, 98,800, right, 9,800. All right, I want to see the line index up to 98, also 97 area. Okay, so let's go over to the chart, and then let's see what also technical analysis we have on the chart. Okay, let's share with you. Let me just share with you full breakdown as well, and I'm not going to go into much lengthy analysis because I don't want this video to be that lengthy, but I'm going to try to break down across major pays. I'm going to break down segment pays as well, what I look to do over last week, and what I would possibly do over the next trading week, but I will not be trading. Okay, so I stopped my trading period last week. Okay, so overall I'm not going to be looking to take any trade, but I'm still going to give you guys market update as well. I'm going to give you guys breakdown Okay, and I'm going to come back with some educational material because I know there are a lot of people that want to practice and also use the Elliot wave in their whole trading life, all right, but they find it very difficult to do so. So here in this channel here, I make it much simple for you guys, as well as I break down this as well for you guys, because I've been trading Elliot wave for the past 8 years. I would say the past 8 years, because I started trading overall 10 years, right? So I've been trading Elliot wave basically for the last 8 years, additional with my time of practice. Okay, so I've been consistent doing this year in, year out. I've been consistent doing this over a period, and I pointed out to traders that you want to be patient when you are learning the principles, because it's a lot easier to look at me or watch my videos when I'm doing this, right? And you're gonna learn from that, all right? You're gonna learn from experience. Okay, experience could actually also be your experience, your own personal experience, or it could be as a function of you following another person's experience. Okay, so whatever another experienced trader is doing, you want to be following him, and then you want to be doing the same thing. Okay, so you want to learn from his own experience as well, or you can learn from your own experience, because definitely when I started, I mostly look at watch out for textbook structures. Okay, but over some period I realized that those textbook structures doesn't really come in the market just the way it comes on the textbook. Okay, so you might want to be seeing an ABC upside. All right, you can be expecting that an ABC should have 3 fractals. Okay, say ABC, right? Very nice ABC, but sometimes you might actually find that ABC could also form in this format. Okay, sort of having an ending diagonal, some sort, or could also drop, and then you can be looking at this as an A, maybe a B, maybe a C, and price just drops back, reaccumulate at this point here, and then still continue to the upside. Then you can actually mark this point as D, and then continue to the upside. You can be looking at this as an E probably for the next drop. Then price would continue upside, retracing a little bit, right, then continue to the upside. Then you need to change your analysis. You need to understand that this could have been a leading structure, and this could have been a 1, this could have been a 2, and this could have been a 3 to the upside, or maybe the next few to the upside. All right, so things do change in the market. All right, you want to be able to adjust yourself, and that's why I always advise traders that the most important thing you should always do as a trader is to be predictive in your analysis and be reactive in your execution. Okay, so you want to be reactive, you want to plan your trade, and then trade your plan. You need to understand when to take a trade decision. All right, so not being able to understand when to take a trade decision is very dangerous. Okay, so majority of the times when I'm pointing out this kind of analysis to you, I'm going to break it down over the next few weeks of how you can master the Elliot wave. Okay, so you want to be having some structures such maybe an E of this magnitude. Okay, you don't want to be seeing the next break form in a 3 in an ABC dimension. You want to be seeing this in an ABC dimension. If you have this as an ABC right here, then definitely price is going to reverse somewhere around this territory. All right, you want to be seeing price do a little bit of fake out, then maybe then the drop. You want to be seeing some accumulation here for a validation of this E leg. All right, you don't want to be seeing price drop in a 3-wave dimension such as this one, and then you can expect that the next one will just continue going down. No, it won't go down. Price could actually still drop back into territories to look for more buyers. All right, so let's go ahead to see what we have over the next trading week, and then let me share with you the guide. All right, this one, guys. For USDCHF, I expect USDCHF to continue making further uprises up to here, right? And overall, what I want to see for USDCHF, I want to see USDCHF get up to 0.943. Okay, so that's going to be my final target. I'm going to have to target this either in the current trading year or in the next trading year. I'm going to target this point here, because this point here is a very key environment. Looking at the weekly time frame, I spoke about this many times that when I looked at this over the last 3 months with you guys, I spoke about that if this is going to be an A leg, and this is a very long A leg for an impulse. All right, so I spoke about this, that this looks really abnormal considering this small accumulation here, and what could have looked like a 3 to 4 inside of here, and what could have looked like a 5 inside of here. This drop here creating this huge structure when price was here, I spoke about that this looks different. I want to see price to drop from this point looks really odd. Okay, for an Elliot wave, you don't want to see price drop in structures such as this one here. You want to see contraction here. Definitely at this bounce we took some trade off to here at the structure, and I want to see the market test the extreme of this point here. Whatever sells or whatever supply was here, I want to see price retest it. Okay, so here I expect that price should go up to test this point here. Last week I pointed out, or 2 weeks back I pointed out, that this is a 2-bar correction. Okay, so this is a 2-bar correction, and overall if you look at any market structure, whenever you have 2-bar corrections, they are mostly very strong corrective patterns, and if price doesn't follow up on the corrective patterns, they oftentimes create a very strong reversal patterns. Okay, you want to see that in the market, and I wanted to see that as confirmations. And over last week we did have this confirmation last week, and that was really awesome. And I wanted to see now that the bulls are very much present in this market setup here. So whatever you're doing, you know, you want to buy USDCHF up to TP1 area, this is going to be your very first target. All right, so one of the problems, or one of the challenges, or one of the most challenge that traders have is taking consistent profit. You want to be taking targets in key environments. You don't want to be taking wild target. Possibly as a trader, if you're looking to buy inside of this environment, the very first profit area you should be looking at, previous highs first. All right, I tell traders that the market is not going to give you profit unless you take it. Okay, you want to take that profit yourself, and doing so over time will give you some sort of confidence, some sort of belief in what you're doing. Right, it will make you enjoy trading as a whole. Right, so you want to take profit here. So around the 0.936 is where you want to take your very first profit, and then we can then expect that the next move could also come into the zone. Okay, so I'm not going to be looking at much of this yet, but I'm going to wait to see how price would react around this extreme here. Okay, this extreme here could also be very important. If I'm seeing price move up so much, a retracement back in this zone could also be very important. I know a lot of you traders want to see a breakout and a retest. Sometimes retest turns into reversal, sometimes they don't come. All right, but you need to understand that you need to consistently trade what gives you an edge in the market. All right, you need to consistently do the same thing over and over again, and definitely you're going to have positive results. Okay, so let's look at the next one here. We have USDJPY. And this looks just a little bit different, right? So if you're looking at, I know most times early in my years, I did that basically. So I know every trader wants to do that. Okay, so because you are buying USD CHF, okay, you want to buy USDCHF on a Monday. Okay, then on that same Monday, you are buying USDJPY. Okay, you're selling Euro USD. No, all right. All this is actually has USD as one of the currencies, okay, that makes up the pay, but these are not going to move in the same speed. All right, you're gonna expect this to move the same speed, because over this period you are trading basically, or trading a currency pair has to do with trading another currency or one currency with another currency, and you can be expecting that currency A could be strong over some certain period, and currency B could be strong or weak over a certain period. And if you're looking at buying USDJPY, okay, USDJPY, you can be having that on Monday or probably Tuesday on a particular trading day, that CHF could be weak and USD could be more of sideways, and you can be having that this can create USDCHF to move up, but USDJPY could be moving down or could be more of sideways. Okay, so it could also happen. Right, you want to be taking trades when you have structural backing, because if you don't take trades, you have structural backing, you're going to leave that trade, on a loss or without any structural backing, and that's not going to be good for you as a trader. Okay, so let's look at what happened last week. And last week we also closed bullish for last week, but also understand, guys, that we are in a very key environment here of 113.800 territory. All right, 113.88 is a very key environment here, because this environment here was okay, let me use the word was, our previous take profit area. And you understand that certain trades, when profit areas are hit, smart money, when they hit their take profit areas or their target areas, mostly they walk out of those positions. Two things can actually happen around a key environment. Okay, two things can happen around a key environment, and I know you guys sometimes fail to understand this. You can have resistance here, okay, resistance here, and a smart money taking a buy trade, say at a pullback here, or at a consolidation or an accumulation here may want to leave at this point. Okay, so leaving at this point, we might have price still continue faking out a little bit because of the initial strength of this move, but then we might have price reverse at one point, and then you can have it that over a period, say a month, that you can have the candle create as such as this with a long wick to the upside and then creating rejections here, and you can have that the next one could also continue to the downside because you were looking at a breakout and a continuation. Then you could also be trapped in this one, and for those that don't want to take some losses in the market, could also take massive losses, because over time what I advise traders, when I'm speaking to a group of traders, I recommend that small profits are good. Okay, small profits are good, big profits are good. All right, small losses are good, but big profits big losses are bad. All right, you don't want to be having so much big loss on a particular trade, and that's going to change. That's going to give you issues as a trader over a certain time with regards to your profit. Okay, so you don't want to be having big losses. Those big losses are what's going to take off those profit you made over the past. You want to take some loss at one point. When you are wrong, I recommend that stop loss should be placed where your trading idea stops. Okay, as a trader that trades the Elliot wave, I know that possibly where I want to take my corrective structure, if I'm looking at a downtrend overall, I want to wait for some corrective structure, and at the break of this structure here, previous structure here, is what I want to, where I want to start taking my short positions. And when price goes up, breaking this previous point, I don't want to trade anymore. I don't want to trade. I don't want to short from this high, because this is where my trading idea stops as a trader. Okay, so as an Elliotian, I know that this is where my trading idea stops, and I don't want to take any trade at the extreme here, because price could also continue going up. And for those that want to continuously adjust the stop losses, you can as well have it that price could also continue further going up, and then you might have it that price could also take a big position from you, and at that point you will be doing some sort of stupid things. Okay, as a trader, you'll be doing, and this will get the best part of you, and it will make you lose control of your very self. All right, so let's look at this one here, and I don't want to be taking any trade around this environment because this is a very key structure. Okay, this is a key structure, and we're starting to have some structures that I really do not like. Okay, because we might have price this here for a breakout of this and then a retracement of this. Let me tell you guys, I've been doing this for the past 8 years, and I would really look at you guys and then tell you that I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you've expected or what trading really is, because for trading, you can look at this as a corrective structure, a breakout, just maybe a breakout. Okay, so for those that were looking to buy at the retest, maybe at this environment here, are trapped. They were trapped down to this point here, and the stop loss were hit, and this is also out to induce bias, okay, to continue buying. But why are you buying inside a supply area? Why are you buying inside a supply area? This most times is the biggest challenge of traders. They don't want to know where to look for certain opportunities. Okay, this can also correct, create, and then drop back, create as an head and shoulder right pattern here, and then you can have price then continue to downside. That is no problem for price. Price can actually do that, or price can as well create into some consolidation here and create an ABC drop before the next bigger move to the upside. And when price does this, as an Elliotian, this is when I want to be mostly concerned, when price does this. Okay, if price does this, I will be very glad to buy this one to the upside, because that fits my personality. It fits my trading style. All right, you don't want to be buying randomly. Okay, I'm not going to explain this further, but I'm going to try and bring this down for you guys, for those that want to learn and also practice the Elliot wave, and then you're going to apply this in your daily life. All right, you can as well look at what I'm teaching. My teaching here is actually the gospel. Okay, so you can look back to my previous videos and presentations. You're going to see that what I tell you guys is really the truth about trading. Right, you don't want to be doing random things when you're looking at trading, and you want to be calm, you want to be patient for price actions to develop. Okay, that sometimes I find it that if you watch my presentations mostly, I tell you that I do not have an idea what the market is doing at the moment. Possibly we spoke about USDCAD for some time now, and I spoke about it that I do not know what to do at that point because we are supply territory. So I don't want to be buying at supply. Okay. Let's look at EURUSD, and I spoke about EURUSD that I want to see EURUSD over the last few weeks get up to this whole liquidity zone. Okay, so I've been pointing out this for a very long time now, and this is what I'm expecting to get. I want to see price back into this territory, just maybe this territory for so if I'm looking at short positions here, I'm going to be getting out from this point here. Over the last few weeks, I spoke about also dropping in my Twitter handler that you can never trust ECB. Okay, so they did it before right here, and they're going to do it again here. They're going to send price down. Whatever structure you have here, they're going to send price back into here. So looking at this point, for those that were following right with us here, it took about 200 pips. So it's possible that you can actually bag in 200 pips with this one here if we did follow that analysis over that period of time. Okay. Let's look at a lot of things we could have done the next trading week, but personally, I don't want to be continuing the trading year anymore. I'm just done for the trading year. I've captured my profits, and I think I want to relax and then share with you guys also how to trade the Elliot wave correctly. All right, let's look at GBPUSD. Also, what we have with GBPUSD, we did react around 38.2. That was very nice. Okay, 38.2, we did react over 38.2, and over the next trading year 2022, this is where we're going to be starting our trading. Okay, so we have 38.2 bounce, all right, price bounce inside of that territory, credit reaction inside of that territory, right? So, but we need to see if actually price could actually reverse from that point, and we need to find confirmations, we need to find validations. Okay, so on a monthly time frame, we have it that we are still inside of testing and completing that test. Okay, so we do not have validations. Okay, because for this candle here, this candle for month of November didn't strike this territory. December candle struck this territory and currently looked rejecting. Okay, I don't want to be trading here anymore. I just want to wait. Because this could have also been a 5-wave move. Right, it's crazy. Okay, so let me point it out to you guys that what we're going to be looking at the next trading year could also be different. Okay, so for the next trading year, if you're looking at GBPUSD on a monthly time frame, you would understand that in all my teachings here, I speak about this, that this move to the downside just might be complete. Okay, looking at this here, I know a lot of people actually, a lot of traders mostly ask Green. I did have a mail last month, and one of my students actually looked at this one and then asked me, this could have been an A, B, C. No, it's not really. You want to be it's possibly you don't want to find that the wave of A is longer than the wave of C. It looks abnormal. Okay, it looks abnormal for a child or a human of 9 years to carry on his head someone of 20 years. Okay, this would look, probably when we were school then, we looked at this as improper. Okay, so we looked at this as improper fraction. You want to be seeing a proper fraction as 9/10. You want to be finding when you have 15/5, this is called improper because we have the bigger one on top of the smaller one, and you don't want to be finding this structure create this structure. Okay, so this is the end. Okay, so this is where it started, and this is where it ended for a 3 to 4. This is a 5. So this is done. Whatever we are looking at a retracement of this higher impulse. All right, we're looking at this retracement of this higher impulse. So this is an impulse here over. Yeah, okay, let me show you an example. Compare this to this. This looks abnormal, right? If you look at this move down here looks abnormal compared to this So you want to find that this is correct and this is incorrect. So I would say that this is incorrect for an ABC. So this is incorrect. I marked this as wrong. This ABC is correct. I marked this as right. So you're going to be seeing that whatever is happening here is a corrective wave, or as is a retracement of this huge impulse to downside. And basically, when you're looking at a retracement, you want to be looking at retracements to key environment. Okay, so you want to be looking at retracement to key environment, and if you go ahead and use a Fibonacci tool, you would understand that retracement to key environment mostly will respect the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement areas. So whatever is happening here is price bouncing off previous structure. Okay, so it's bouncing off previous structure here, and you can find it that so many times that I would point out to you that we've completed the A leg. So what we're looking to do is completing a B leg or a retracement. It could also be a deeper one, say maybe back into this zone. It could also be a shallow one. Okay, but overall you need to understand that if price completes and DXY completes first, because I'm going to be looking at DXY. DXY is actually the father here, and whatever this is happening, GBPUSD could also be doing the work a bit further on a longer time frame. Okay, so when we have DXY hit our 98.0, that is when I'm going to start looking for buying setups here. Then I'm going to get up to here. All right, we can expect to get up to there, and then it's going to be cool. It's going to be massive. All right, so let's just wait for that to happen. For GBPUSD this trading week, I will not be recommending anything. Okay, so I don't want to recommend anything for the current trading week which we are about to enter, because we might also have price continue to shallow downside and then complete. But this is definitely a guys, it's best you don't trade some areas. Okay, so it's best you don't trade some areas. Let price complete. All right, let it just complete on its own. Basically, if you follow my work, let price just complete on its own. This was also one of the questions last week, and I was asked many times. I was asked that what if we just, okay, so this was also one of the questions one of the traders asked. What if we could just sell here down to here, okay, and then make that small profit? I don't like to, if I'm a seller in the market, or if I'm a bear in the market, I want to remain a bear. If I'm a bull, if I want to buy, okay, I want to remain a bull. Okay, I don't want to be selling and buying at the same time, because it's going to disrupt your original plan. It's going to disrupt, because if you're looking at say in this kind of market structure, okay, so if you're looking at selling here, you will not really, as a trader, psychologically, you don't want to just take some small positions here, and you want to wait for price to be back into maybe a little longer. You can want to retest this lows, but overall, if you had waited to buy, you know that probably you want to buy at signs of bullishness. Okay, signs of bullishness. So when you're looking at selling and buying at the same time, it's all rubbish. Okay, it's all crazy. You don't want to be doing that to yourself. You don't want to be doing that to your trading. Okay, so many times we did bag in some positions as well over some period, and then we looked at let me look at some of those areas with you guys, and we also looked at, okay, NZD. This is one of the setups also I remember vividly. This is one of the setups also that I got some questions about, and let's just go ahead. Okay, so this was also NZD. Okay, so I wanted to see price move from this point right here to up here, then we can sell back down here. So let's just see what also happened with that trade. Okay, let's just see what happened with that one. All right, and let's just go ahead and see that NZDCAD. Okay, so this was what also happened during that time, and it's one of the trades we took that time, and it was also nice to take this trade to downside. So you can see that many of the times you want to wait for price to validate those kind of setups. Okay, those kind of setups you have in the market, you want to wait for validations, and once that happens, they come out very nice, they come out very cool. Okay, all right, so we go over to seeing what we're looking at. So USDCAD also, let me point it out to you guys that something could still happen. Okay, so let me point out something could happen for USDCAD, and for those of you looking for buying opportunities, I would recommend that. Personally, I don't want to recommend anything for now, but I think whatever is going on here, I did mark my chart up like this as a wave 3 A, B, C. So I have possibility that if price would come down to this territory here over the next trading week, okay, so next year, I would be looking to buy here. But for price trading inside of this whole range which I spoke about, no, I'm not going to be looking for opportunities here. So it's best we wait for some time, all right, for price actions to develop. That will be fine. Okay, so daily looks just at this one here, but overall on a longer term, guys, on a longer term, please, on longer term, I will still be back to share with you also full breakdown with this one. This is what we have here on the longer term. We have a wave one, and this is what we're going to be looking to do over the next trading year. Okay, so we have a wave one, we have a wave one of a larger degree. So let me just go point that out. Let me just go make that a little bit bold, and that was nice. All right, so nice. And we have wave two. Okay, and we have wave three here. All right, let me just go take this out. I think I did level this already. Okay, this was wave three of the, okay, whatever degree what that was. Okay, so you know, many times I alter my chart a lot because I use it for educational purposes as well. So this is wave four, and you guys know I speak about this many times, that whatever we're doing right here, is a WXY. Okay, so what we're doing here is a WXY or an A, B, C of a flat pattern. Okay, so we're looking at the flat pattern, and what we want to see is that from this territory here, price would move up to this point here and then create a wave 5 up here. I don't know if you have such understanding about Elliot wave or whatever you know about Elliot wave, but this Elliot wave is one of the most, or the awesome trading strategy or trading methodology you can ever have. Okay, because it gives you a not only an idea of what the future should look like, it also gives you a trade plan, and it gives you patterns or how you would also achieve that future result. Okay, so from the current price actions you find in the market. So I want to see price in the next trading year attempt 1.6. okay, so I want to see that also in the next trading year. That would be very awesome. So that could also be as a result of USD strength over the next trading year, or could also be as a result of CAD weakness over the next trading year. All right, that we do not know, and I don't want to start anticipating what will happen first. It's either going to be CAD that's going to be weak or USD is going to be strong, and that's not really my concern. Okay, but what I know is that USDCAD is going to attempt 1.6. all right, so best entry, best targets first, this point. Right, we're going to target that first because price can as well rise up to here, bounce, correct a little bit over the next trading year or 2 years after, before then here. All right, I like to take feasible target. I like to take targets that are real. Okay, so we look at also NZDUSD. I spoke about NZDUSD that we are still in a downtrend. All right, so whenever you have this kind of corrective structure in the market and this created a little bit of fake out, once that drop happens, you want to have that this drop will be massive. This drop is going to get up to these target areas here. I expect further drops to come in on NZDUSD, and that's what I expect to see over the next few trading weeks. Okay, so this did a double top. Okay, at this point here, a double top was created here, and then price dropped down. So whatever possible retracement could also be in play. We could also look at this supply territory as very important, and then price could also continue to the downside. All right, so we look at that over the next trading week. Okay, I think 0.66 target could be also first target area for price, and we have a lot of craziness also here. I think this one here could also continue further going down, also looking similar to guys, see, for AUDUSD, I think this looks different. Okay, this looks different because, and you know, many times I point out that if you do have an uptrend such as this, okay, see, if you do have an uptrend, say price move, okay, just a little bit too fast for a corrective one, okay, and then price corrects here, okay, and then you have price make another move to the upside. Okay, so it's best to look at two possibilities. This could have also been A, B, C, or this could have also possibly been an A, B, okay, or an A, an accumulation here for an expansion here for a reaccumulation at this point, and then an upside. Okay, sometimes you could be looking at a reaccumulation, something of this nature to be that reaccumulation, okay, and then maybe an expansion down then, and you know, price could also form any kind of structure it wants. Okay, I pointed out that to you that price can actually form anything. What you need to understand is understand price action. Okay, let the market be your friend. That when you look at it, you can identify easily when you are wrong. Okay, one of the things about experience or an experienced trader is not the fact that he's right all the time, but he's over a period able to manage the many times he's wrong. Okay, so that's the difference between a successful trader and an unsuccessful trader. Okay, so he's able to manage when he's wrong. Okay, sometimes you could be looking at this to continue downside. Once price breaks this to the upside, a good trader is out. He wants to wait for validation, for more confirmation, and then price can continue going up. And definitely he's not losing money from this one. Okay, I don't want to trade this. I don't want to advise anybody to trade it because I want to wait for confirmation. Okay, so once price does this, could also fake out this way, then consider a little bit or drop a little bit, then continue upside, or could also continue a little bit, drop, and then further drop downside. Okay, so this is crazy. It doesn't fit my personality as a trader. Okay, it doesn't fit my trading style, so I don't want to look at trading this one. Okay, so we'll look at also gold. Overall gold, guys, you guys know that for the past months, okay, I want to see gold back into this point here, and looking for selling opportunities for gold. It could also be a double top. Okay, it could also be a double top similar to this one here. So we could also be expecting a double top, and once that happens, I think I want to see price, once price breaks certain territories around here, could also be some validation point, and we can expect gold to, you know, move down back into this point. This was our final target, and I want to wait for that to see. Once we hit that zone, I'm going to start doing an analysis for XAUUSD buy. That's when you're going to see me change this to upside. Overall, I'm downside. I've been speaking about this when price broke this point right here. So for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I've been selling gold, right? Looking for people to sell gold. It's really not a big deal here, because when you know what the market intends to do, you just need to follow up with what the market is doing. All right, don't never doubt the market. Believe in your strategy, and over time, it's gonna work for you. Let's look at also USD Mexican peso. You know, remember guys, I did speak about USD Mexican peso, and we've started a new wave to the upside. Okay, so what we've started here is a new wave to the upside, and for those that didn't follow up that analysis before, I just want to share with you also this one here. So this is now a wave 1, wave 2, and I'm looking at that price could also continue that one to the upside. Okay, so this is not dependent on anything. I expect to see USD Mexican peso in the next trading year. Before the end of the trading year, I need to expect to see USD Mexican peso up to this point here. At least I want to see price test certain areas first. I want to see also this area being tested. Okay, so this is my important structures. These are my important structures. Okay, so this one here is taken out. So this one here is first split, and that's very nice. So a retracement back into here could also send price upside. And we have multiple territories which also we could be looking at for consideration as well. Here, right here, right here, right here, over the next trading year. All right, so we expect that to also continue further going up. For those of you that want to still continue further trading in the year, whatever is happening now, let me show you guys. And I remember I did speak about a little about this kind of setup here when you have a downtrend. Okay, so when you have a downtrend or some sort of retracement in this magnitude, so this is complete. Let me just go ahead and label this. This is complete, and I know you guys need this. Okay, so let me just point out that this is complete. For the very first setup there, this is complete. And for those of you that want to trade the USD Mexican peso, you guys know that I don't really look at smaller time frame analysis because it's mostly noisy. Okay, so it's mostly noisy, and I don't look at smaller time frame analysis. Okay, I've got this question from a lot of traders. Okay, why I don't do that? No, I do those ones, but over time, over the years, my eyes have developed. Okay, so my eyes have developed, and I can see things much easily. I can see things much. Oh boy, I did that wrong. Okay, so let's just put up. Just go ahead, edit this after this. Okay, so we have. Okay, we have this end here. So I was looking at this end here, and I think last week we also had a major news coming in on Mexico. From Mexico, we had interest rate from Mexico, so that also sent price down. Okay, that also sent price down, and it's a whole lot of mix up. Okay, so I'll look at this as this is done. Okay, so this took out this structure here, and I could also be looking at this as an ABC, a 4, just maybe a 5. So for me to start trading this setup here, remember also 3 weeks back I pointed out that I want to see price back into the zone. Okay, so this is where I want to see price back into. All right, I want to see price back into the zone. So probably we can be expecting another leg down before the next push to the upside. Okay, so for this kind of structure here, I would want to wait for confirmations. Okay, so you don't want to just rush into the trade. You don't want to just rush into buying. You don't want to rush into selling, because we are too close to this territory. So best, you want to see price develop on its very own breakout. Once price breaks out of a structure such as this one here, we can then look at buying and putting up a very tight protective stop. Okay, once price goes up a little bit, say 150, 200 pips, we can actually move that point to entry. Okay, we just wait there. I tell you most time that even the best trade in the world can't make you money if you don't have a very good psychology towards trading. If you don't have a good psychology towards trading, a very good trade or a very good trader you're following, very good signal can never give you money. It can never make you money. You need to have a good trading psychology, a very good stamina to be able to make money off trading. Okay, you are being sent out a trade information that is expected to give you about 200 pips. Okay, 200 pips, and you probably step out at 50 pips. Okay, 50 pips, you are out. Probably this completes 200 pips, and the signal provider registers that he has given 200 pips, and on the next trade he loses 45 pips. Okay, on the next trade, on his next very trade, he loses another 40 pips. Maybe on his next trade he makes another 100 pips. You, on this 100 pips, probably you stepped out another 50 pips. Then in total, this trader has made 300 pips from his signal, minus the 45 plus 40, which is 90 pips, and in all he has closed the week at 210 pips. And you, as a very bad trader, have only captured 50 pips plus 50 pips. This is 100 pips, and you have lost 190 pips. Man, that's crazy. You had lost 90 pips, but this signal was expected to give you 210 pips. You see, it takes a trader with good psychology to make money. Okay, that's trading for you. Okay, what it is, it will simply what it is over time. And I know a lot of you have learned certain things over the years, but I take it that I tell you most time that trading stamina is best. Okay, it's best to develop a good trading stamina. Okay, I'm not saying that scalping is bad. No, I'm not saying that. All right, it's what it is. All right, I'm just giving you an instances. Okay, let's look at USDZAR. We've not been trading USDZAR for quite a long time, and I just hope we could have an opportunity to trade USDZAR. We're still uptrend, still moving up. Okay, that's no problem. And I don't know when best you can enter USDZAR, but at the moment I'm not finding any structural backing to trade USDZAR. Okay, I pointed out to you guys that when we had price breaking this point here, and this upside was a trap, we had price drop down. So it's not the best time to trade USDZAR because we have ABC for A, B, and maybe a C. Because I was looking at this one over time. So you go ahead, check my previous video, you're going to see that this structure has been there over time. I don't change my structures in a new week. I simply allow them to be there and I work on them, right? I don't change price over time. I don't change structures over time because my support will still remain my support. Okay, so whatever I do, I keep consistent journaling over time. So I'm more of not really doing pre-market analysis. I'm actually sharing you my experience and also teaching you a lot of things right now. Okay, so let's look at Chinese yuan also as well. We're going to have the best entry for Chinese yuan very soon. Okay, we're going to have the best entry for using Chinese yuan very, very soon, and this is going to bag you money. Okay, so this entry here is going to be a classic one. Guys, stay wait for this one because this wave 1, 2, 3, 4 as I did speak about, and we're running into a 5. So possibly if we can hit that with 5 there, that would be cool for a shot. If we can also break below this structure here, I'm looking for a shot. In those two instances, we have a very good opportunity for the next big run to the downside. Okay, so it's going to be downside, down we go. Stay there. You know, many times in key environments, the smart money or the market makers is going to give you some sort of crazy. You can have demand. Let's say you have demand right around here, and price coming to demand. You can be having some certain structures, inverted head and shoulder to sell. Okay, why are you looking to sell at the demand? Why are you looking to sell? And some traders could be so greedy that they want to sell from that point down here. Is when you're looking to sell, you can actually look to take some short position, sell here, take profit here, and walk out. Okay, you can also have it that price could also drop back here, give an inverted head and shoulder. A lot of structure could also develop here. But I think that as Elliotians, we also have an edge in the market because here, and Elliotians understand that this is an ABC, and once he's taking profit at 127 fib extension from this here, and he understands that he wants to take 1.271 Fibonacci of this swing down here. He's out. All right, he's done. A good trader is done. All right, so we'll wrap up the session by looking at some major stocks, and I want to just look at major stock with you guys. I've not really discussed S&P with you guys and also NASDAQ. And let me share my experience with you and also the wave counts and possibly what I'm going to be looking at in the next trading year. And you know, guys, FCS did a very good job. Almost done. We could look to but let's just leave this one because you know Nikkei. I spoke about Nikkei also some time back. Okay, and Nikkei looks more bearish than bullish. Guys, I think Nikkei looks poised to move up. Okay, wait for price to complete this, set up a structure. Okay, once you can set up a structure here and price breaks it, Nikkei is definitely going up back to here. That's, you know, structurally, because this is A, B, C. You can't be having an A, B, C, D, E. No, it could be possible. It could be possible. All right, but you wouldn't be having this reversal here for an E here. Then this could be a leading structure, and then we could have price drop here for an A, B, maybe a C to the upside. So this could be possible. So just wait for bullish opportunities. I will not be looking for bearish ones with this kind of structures. One of the things I've learned over the years, when you have an accumulation at the start of the wave, next one, you don't want to be looking at selling. No, selling will only land you, put you into more problems, okay, as a trader, right? You don't want to be looking at selling here. You want to be looking at buying. So wait for your time in the market. You're bull, you're bull, you're bear, you're bear. Don't be running over the whole place. Okay, so we'll look for that and we wait. So we look at NASDAQ. Okay, so where are we on NASDAQ over the long term? We are still moving up. We are still bullish. Okay, we're still moving series of higher highs, higher lows, and there have really been no difference. Okay, so we just look at this one here. We're looking for NASDAQ, and it looks whole complicated. Okay, so it looks whole complicated, but possibly if we could have price maybe validates, just leave this premise just a little bit. Best time to buy. Okay, best time to buy brown, or maybe to wait for trend line hit. I'm not recommending anything, okay, but I just want to see price validate or move into some sort of patterns I really would like to see. So here is man, it's a whole crazy structure. All right, we look at S&P. I think S&P for this one here, looking at it structurally, let's go ahead and see what is happening with S&P. Wow. You know, I ask myself sometimes, why are momentums not maintained? We have a very huge breakout here. Why is this not maintained? Could it be man, this should have been maintained? Tried once, tried twice. So once price drops below here, I think it's best to wait for some sort of structural backing before the next move, some sort of, you know, validated structure. All right, see you next time. Subscribe and like, share with friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so this December here, I'm going to be giving you a full pack of full Elliot wave course, and I'm going to be sharing with you also how you can start developing trading stamina in order to be able to be successful, how you can trade the Elliot wave profitably, and also how you can also learn the smart money concept. Well, also GW Pro, and you're going to be learning a whole lot of stuff around here. See you next time. I love you all.